Alright guys, so here we go. Mount Hood Athletic Club. It's my first stop of the day. Usually I try to get here by 5:15, and it's about 5:25 right now, so running a little late. That's okay. And alright guys, so here I am in the athletic club, and so basically what I do is I usually start off with some core. So I've written down on here some stomach vacuums because I have been in love with those lately. I actually think they're really working. So I'll do those, and I'll usually just do stomach vacuums, like either seated, standing, or kneeling in between my other sets of core. So it's kind of like a good regulated rest time, but yet I'm still getting something done. So always like that, trying to be efficient with your time. And then, so basically what I do is the night before, generally the night before or the morning of, hopefully the night before, I write down all the movements kind of like that I want to hit for that training day. And so today's leg day, so I've got on here kind of like all my usual typical movements that I'll do, but I won't do all of them just because there's so many. And I tend to have like I'll do 2 leg days a week. One of them will be more quad focused, and then the other one will be more hamstring glute focused. And then it also just kind of depends on how I feel and like what I want to do today. So I'll give you guys an idea of what I have written down on here. But like I said, I don't do all of it. And same with the core. I like to like always have, or not the core, my conditioning workouts. I just write down a bunch of different conditioning workouts. Usually I'll pull from CrossFit Linchpin, competitors training, so Ben Bergeron's thing, or Misfit Athletics, or CrossFit.com, one of those. And so I'll just write it down on here, and then I'll kind of make the choice of which one I want to hit as the time gets closer to me doing a conditioning session. So this is what I got. So there's abs, and then I'll go into squats next. I like to number all my stuff, just even though it may change, and I'll have like a gazillion crossouts. But here you can see, like just kind of like all the different movements. But like I said, I won't have time to hit everything, nor would I have the energy to do it. But I just like to have some of the stuff like written down. And today I'm not as prepared as I usually am. But here's all my conditioning ideas. Kind of like circle the ones that I like more. And then as the time gets closer, I'll make more of like a decision of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna hit core. So I'm gonna try to keep it down in here because I don't know, this gym's just kind of strict. There's like dress rules. I'm actually not supposed to have a camera in here, and everything's really quiet, you know, just like a normal logo gym and stuff. So it's about 6:10 right now. Just finished up with core, and to be particularly honest with you, feeling pretty tired. Today's Tuesday. Had a pretty big day yesterday. You know, just some days you feel good, and other days you're just trying to take things one thing at a time, and that's just exactly what I do. I think, even though I know how long my list is and how much I'd like to get done. I just try to look at things like one thing at a time. Like specifically, okay, just starting these squats, you know, just getting my first set in. And usually if I break things down into smaller pieces like that, instead of looking at the whole picture, it's a lot easier to tackle the day. If I look at the whole thing, I tend to get kind of like anxious and like just stressed out that I have so much to do, and you know, with the way I'm feeling, I don't know if I can get it all done or to the quality that I want to do it. So I just take one thing at a time, and I just try to give it my best. Hey guys, so it is about 7:45, just before 7:45, and I'm just now sitting down to have my second meal of the day. So I try to eat every 3 hours, and that's particularly, like, especially important for me just because I do have such a high volume load for my training. Because that's what I prefer, that's what I enjoy. So it's important that I get my meals in every 3 hours, and that's kind of one thing that's been on my mind lately, is that I hope I am actually building muscle instead of breaking down muscle because of the volume that I do. So I need to just make sure that I'm eating enough so that I am growing instead of, you know, I mean, otherwise all this time in the gym is a waste. I mean, even though I enjoy it. But so what I do is I'll measure my body fat, which I need to do that. I should have done that this morning, but I'll probably do that tomorrow morning, and maybe I'll film it too. But I'll measure my body fat to see where my body fat percent is, and hopefully it's going up a little bit along with my lean muscle mass, because that would be a good sign that I am eating enough and that my body is in a state where it is able to grow. So just having that calorie surplus. So yeah, I had so basically what I've done so far, you know, I started I think at probably like 5:30 this morning, and I probably did like 30 to 45 minutes of abs, something like that, and then I did front squats, 8 sets of 8, and it was really challenging. So I'm just gonna be like totally honest with you. Like my first set, it just felt heavy. I think I'm just feeling like the effects from yesterday, just because I did do a lot. I tend to kind of overdo it. My first day back after like a full rest day. You'd think I would know this by now, but and so like the following day I'm like kind of just grinding just because of the volume that I did yesterday. It just feels like kind of feeling it today. But I definitely had a hard time. Like, you know, I picked up that barbell for my initial first set at 175, and I'll be honest, I definitely considered taking a rest day, and then I just, you know, realized that, you know, I just have to put the work in every single day. I mean, I know this, and so I just take things one thing at a time, one set at a time, one rep at a time, and before you know it, you're done with the set. So I ended up getting my front squats done, did 8 sets of 8, so it did take a while because I'm resting about 2 minutes in between each set. Built up to about 200 pounds, which isn't that great, but with the way that I'm feeling, I'll take it, it's fine. So, and then I moved on to some lunges, so I'll just do like a stationary lunge rather than a walking lunge right in the rack. and I did 8 sets of 8 per leg there. So trying to just stay constantly moving, like trying to keep that constant tension, and that took a while too, because I'm resting about 2 minutes in between each set there. So that is what I've gotten done. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna use the hack squat machine here. I got 4 sets of 20 plus a drop set. And then I'm gonna make my way over to the powerlifting gym, over Kabuki Strength, and finish up over there. So I've got a whole lot of other accessory work, and I'll usually do like 2 conditioning workouts as well. But one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is, you know, it's pretty common, probably a couple days a week do I struggle in the morning, where it's just like, it's just hard to get going, or, you know, things just, it's just hard, you know? I mean, you gotta put the work in every single day, and most days are not like, yeah, let's do it, cool, you know? Like, it's a grind, you know? And so I have like kind of some tricks that I'll usually play on myself that may also help you. So some things that I do is I'll set up like an incentive for myself. So I'll be like, okay, you know, if I can just get through this movement, like this set of exercises, then I am going to treat myself to a cookie, or some trail mix, or something that I really enjoy, and it's like a treat for me. And it can be like either food, or maybe going to a store that I really like Vans or Lululemon, or like GNC, check out what kind of cool foods they have, or it could be something where maybe I'll just like, I'll give myself an extra break or something like that, or maybe schedule a nail appointment or a tanning session or something like that, like just something to get me excited, you know? So even if it's like just scheduling a massage appointment for 2 weeks from now, like just that would get me excited anyway, you know? So so I kind of do that. I do that pretty often, like set up a little incentive, and usually most times it's some type of food, because I freaking love food these days. So it'll be like some type of sweet treat. But try it out for yourself. That's something that's really worked for me. And then yeah, I just, you know, constantly try to really focus in on my goals, my vision, my why, and really just realize that, you know, the struggle is part of the victory. Like, I can't be victorious I can't accomplish my goals without the struggle. And, you know, it's basically all about who's willing to struggle more. So, and I really want to pride myself on being the hardest worker in the room. So I want that perception. I want to be known as that. I want that kind of to be my identity, to be able to outwork anybody. You know, that it's not just through talent, it's through hard work, dedication, consistency, persistency, you know, so that's how I'm gonna do it. So hopefully that helps you guys out. You can try it out for yourself, and I'm gonna eat and then get my hack squats in, and then we'll go to Kabuki. All right. Hey guys, so it's about almost 9:15 in the morning. Feels way later than that right now. And I just got done, finished up my hack squats. So it's like this, it's actually this machine I don't really enjoy, because it like kind of puts a lot of stress on my knees and my neck, but gives you a good pump is what they say. So anyways, I did hack squat. I did 4 sets of 20, and then I did a drop set of 20. So for all you CrossFitters out there, there's a lot of like new terminology. A drop set is where you take off weight, and then you hit your set, you know, of 20, let's say, and then immediately take off weight and hit your next set. So as opposed to taking your 90-second to 2-minute rest in between, you just go back to back to back and just reduce the weight and hitting the same reps. So it's a like basically I really like them actually. It's a shocking type method to like kind of overload your muscles, so you really like fatigue them, so you get like that pump, you know. Anyways, so I did that. And then I went into lying leg curls. And again, I did another set of, I did 3 sets of 15 and then a drop set of 15, 15, 15. And like, I feel like those are the worst, like the freaking leg extensions and the leg curls, because it's such an isolated movement. Oh my God. I fear that freaking leg extension machine. Leg curls are not as bad for some reason, but that leg extension, I mean, if you guys get on it, dude, like, that thing can make you want to cry, like, pretty easily. But anyways, so I got that done. It's about, yeah, like I said, 9:15 now, and plan is to drive over to Kabuki, the powerlifting gym that I belong to. I just like to get started here, and usually, like, sometimes I'll go to Kabuki first thing in the morning, but it's really like a huge empty warehouse that's cold and like kind of just quiet, and so it can just be really hard to kind of just start getting moving. So I like to hit up the athletic club. I mean, it's weird because, you know, it's like, you know, it's like a rec center basically. And I'm actually not even allowed to like film in there and stuff, but there's just people there, so it's a little easier to start moving at 5 a.m. and kind of get some work done. But yeah, like I said, guys, like, this morning was pretty tough. I'm feeling a lot better now. You know, I hit that wall, and I hit that wall. It's so common, dude. Like, I text my boyfriend probably 3 to 4 times a week, just being like, one of those mornings, like, I'm struggling, you know, and all I know is that, you know, you just have to take one thing at a time, and that's the way I have to look at it. Just one set, one rep at a time. Like I said, I'll kind of set up some little incentives for me, you know, to kind of just keep me moving. But I mean, if there's something that you want in life, like, regardless of what it is, it's going to require hard work, and it's going to feel uncomfortable. And that's what separates you from achieving what you want or never achieving it. And, you know, you really have to have a lot of passion for what you want. You have to want it bad enough, because it's going to get so hard that any rational person would want to give up, you know? Like this morning, you know, I mean, I was freaking tired. The weight felt heavy. I was, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's excuses, one after another. But, like, you just have to continue to grind. And you're going to have to be uncomfortable a lot. Like, that is where the success happens, is in that fight. And if you choose to give up, you're never going to get what you want. So, you know, the people who've achieved what they've wanted in life, they've all had to go through that. And the recipe is always the same. It's hard work, dedication, persistence, consistency, you know? So, yeah, man, it's just a decision that you make right then and there, you know, to just keep grinding. So, so yeah, I hope that you guys are grinding away today and achieving all your goals and going after what you want, and refusing to give up. So, yeah, so let's go head over to Kabuki. Like, it's like a 30-minute drive, so we'll meet back up over there. So it's about 10 a.m., not quite 10 a.m. The drive usually kind of takes it out of me a little bit. Like, when I drive over, I'm usually either listening to generally some type of podcast, or some type of motivational, like, speech or something like that. But kind of like the podcasts I've been listening to lately are the Brand You podcast by Mike Kim. I posted something about him. That one's really good for, like, building your brand or marketing yourself. Also, Lewis Howes, the School of Greatness. That's a really great one. A lot of good stuff on there. I like it. He's like an athlete or an ex-professional football player, so he can relate a lot of like business success with kind of like athlete, you know, achievements, or like the work that has to be put in as an athlete, you know, to be like a pro and stuff like that. So I really like that one as well. And then right now I'm listening to what's called Iron Radio. I haven't really, this is the first time I've listened to it, and it's okay. I don't like it when podcasts like don't really get into the meat of the material, you know, until 20 minutes into the podcast. So, and that's kind of what happened with this one. It's like, just takes forever to get going. But the School of Greatness and Brand You podcast by Mike Kim, you got to check those two out, depending on kind of like, you know, what your goals are. But both of them are really good. So really good content. They start off right away, and just no like, you know, wasted time. So anyways, we're gonna head in there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably get a workout in first thing, just kind of get one out of the way, because if I wait too long, then I start to feel sluggish, and then I want to put it off and off and off, and then eventually it's like I don't even want to do it. So if I just do it, get it over with, then I'll feel a lot better, and it kind of like actually brings up my energy a little bit. So I think today's leg day, so I try to make my workouts similar to the body part that I'm working. So I think what I'm gonna do right now is 4x 100 wall balls, then 100 box jump overs, and then 800 meter run. So boom, 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 one time through, done. Okay. And then later on today, I'd like to get some type of prowler pushes in, and possibly some heavy deadlifts and muscle ups. I think they're all workouts from CrossFit Linchpin. I love that site. So yeah, that's the plan. Got a whole lot of stuff. We'll see how far we can get into it. All right, let's go inside. All right, guys. It's Kabuki Strength Lab. Hey, what's up? Hey. I usually put my stuff in here. Locker room. So that's the entrance. I usually put my stuff away, and then we'll head into the gym in just a second. Alright guys, so this is it. Kabuki Strength Lab. Got your typical powerlifting stuff. All your monoliths are back there, chains, mobility section back there. All your dumbbells. And then it looks like these guys are doing some type of interview podcast thing with the legendary Chris Duffin back there. But here's your bench press stations, deadlift stations, and then there's like a little section of strongman stuff, which is pretty cool because it rains here a lot. So it's really nice to be able to still do some like yoke carries or stone carries and stuff, or sled stuff. When it's raining outside, you can still do it in here. So yeah, I'm just gonna basically set up for the workout, kind of start warming up, get some box jumps in, get some wall balls in, and then get after it, get my workout in. And then I thought about what my incentive is going to be for finishing today, and there is a new Fred Meyer, which is like a grocery store here. It's kind of like a Target kind of thing, but there's a new one that just opened up like down the road, so I think I might go check that out and check out their trail mix section, or I don't know, maybe they have samples because it's like a grand opening and stuff like that. So that's another thing I do is there's a Costco down the road, so pretty close, like just like a mile away, and sometimes I'll just go there just to freaking like see what kind of samples they have. Oh, and I bet they have good samples right now with Thanksgiving coming up. So So yeah, I'll probably hit up either Costco or Fred Meyer. So it's exciting. So yeah, better get all my stuff done first though. Okay. All right, we'll see you guys later. All right, guys. So 100 wall ball, 100 box jump over, 800 meter run, 4 time. Okay, let's do this. Done. Took about 13:20. 13:20. Shin splints every time I run and do burpees. And low back on that guy. Low back started to get pretty tight on those box jumps. I think because that med ball, because it's so it's actually gotten a lot better, but it's like not quite circular, so I'm constantly like trying to fight it because it doesn't always land the same way each time, so I tend to be pretty heavy on my toes on that thing, and I usually have to like incorporate my shoulders a little bit more, and I think my back as well, in order to get like to position myself right underneath that med ball. But box jumps felt pretty good. That's good. I haven't done them in a while. And then the run felt pretty good. So awesome. I feel good, you know? Like, it's exactly what the workout tends to do, is like, gives me some energy. So yeah, right on. On to the next stuff. Hey guys, so just checking back in with you. The GoPro died. So I ended up leaving it in the car to charge. But it's about 1:30 right now. 1:30, 1:45, and just finishing up. So like, just kind of let you guys know. So last time I checked in with you, I'd gotten my workout in, and then I basically did, what did I end up doing? Some leg presses, drop sets on that. I think I did 4x20 plus some drop sets. And then I did actually 8 after that, and I also got some work done, so I took a little bit of a break, probably about probably like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I went back out into the gym and did some leg extensions and leg curls, and I was gonna do another workout, but I decided to not. I'm just feeling pretty beat up, and I believe I'm supposed to go train with this CrossFit girl tomorrow, and it's supposed to be a pretty big workout, so I don't want to overdo it. I'd kind of rather rest up, and I definitely feel like I've gotten my fill in today. So and I worked hard yesterday, so you know, I'm okay with probably just doing one cardio session. If I change my mind, I do have an assault bike at my house if I want to do some sprints or something on it, so we'll see. But yeah, so it's about 1:45 and I'm gonna head home. Now there is a Fred Meyer on the way home, so it's kind of like a Target, but like more of a grocery store than a Target, I guess. So I was gonna check that out. I do need some stuff anyway, so I need to get some toilet paper. I really like that I Can't Believe It's Not Butter spray. I like to put that on my vegetables, and it tastes so good, so freaking good. So I was gonna get that because I'm out, and then some tortillas. So at night I like to make egg whites with cheese and tortillas, and kind of like just mix it all up. And there's these tortillas that I like that are like low carb. There's like a floury kind, and then like more of a whole wheat fiber kind. But I go through them so quick, so and they're of course like not the most expensive tortillas, but they're not the cheap ones, you know. But anyways, I go through them so quick, so I gotta go and get some more of those because they are delish. So I'm gonna stop by Fred Meyer, and they might have some samples there because it's like a grand opening, and since Thanksgiving's coming up, maybe they're sampling out some stuff, so I might just luck out. And if they don't, then I'll probably find myself in that trail mix aisle, just picking out some assortments of trail mix, because that's what I like to do. So yeah, that's what we got planned. And then I'm probably going to start, like, I'm going to bring you guys in with me to where I live. I want to show you guys the campus that I live on. I do live on like a school with my boyfriend. It's called Wendell's, and we basically live on a gigantic concrete skate park, because the school is for skiers, skaters, and snowboarders that, well, I guess kind of that are just recreationally like in love with the sport, but also specifically for those that actually want to become like professionals. So it's like a boarding school slash action sports school. So kind of want to show you guys around the campus if it's not dark by the time we get there. So that's the plan. We'll see you there.